All right, peace, peace, peace. What up, man? Just want to come back with yeah, man. I kind of want to touch on this too. First of all, hopefully, the Most High House Shah is blessing your day. Um, and by His mercies we aren't consumed, and seriously, by His mercies we aren't consumed. Because I wanted to kind of touch on this too yesterday, because I was just I was down out and about yesterday, man. But you know what, too? Shout out to brother somebody firstborn too, because the more I'm really starting to realize this too, like, because a lot of times too we grow up, like especially like if you came in like us brothers and sisters that came in Christianity, other fractions, or you might not know know about the Bible, know about the Word, or you might not even know like as much. But you kind of like, for me personally, you can, and for a lot of us too, we have these like kind of like these delusions, or these not these delusions, or these false pretense that everybody loves the Most High Yahshua, everybody loves God and in Christ the Son, and that's not the case, man. A lot of people really hate this man. A lot of people really hate. That's why I made that Psalms 83 video a few months ago, man. Like about they really hate, these other nations really hate us because they hate them, the Most High Yahushua, man. They just take it out on his son. Just like in LeBron, in Bronny, his son, man. They really hate LeBron. They really hate his father. It's not because LeBron didn't do anything. That's what that Romans 9 is about, man. But they really, people really disdain like the Lord, man. People have really disdained the Most High Yahushua, man. And it's really like crazy. I'm just seeing it like more and more now. It's like, yo, man, people really cannot, like, it's something about it. Like, people could not stand this man, because a lot of times too, you know what it is too? It's a lot of times, like I always say this too. Here's the thing. Shout out to Brother Simply first more, because he said this too. One, it's just like people, like, it's hard for people, because it's the reason why people don't believe. It's one reason why people don't believe, because one, people want to do what they want to do. They don't like structure, order, discipline. They just want to do what they want to do. They just want to do their own will. That's one thing. Two, people, like, a lot of people were not loved and betrayed, like, from loved ones, from their family, or loved ones that was supposed to love them if they didn't have family. Some false parents, or people in the neighborhood, or the orphans, or whatever. They were loved. They weren't loved or betrayed. So in their mind, it's like, okay, these people that I can see were supposed to love me, and I was betrayed by people that I can see that were supposed to love me, or they betrayed me, that people that were supposed to, or that I was betrayed by people I love, or people that were supposed to love me, or I wasn't loved by people that were supposed to love me. So how can I love a man that, if I can't love, if I didn't get love, or I can't love, like, men or people that I can't see, how can I love a man that that I can't see, pretty much, man. So and disease that I can't see with the Most High Yahushua. So that's another thing too, and also too, a lot of times too, is that Proverbs 19:3, like, man, like, ruins, like, makes bad. Let's grab that. I'll read this in Good News Translation for you, since it's open. Yeah, Proverbs chapter 3 and verse Proverbs 19:3. That's why I shared that reel in the Bruce Almighty thing a few weeks ago, like a week or so ago. Some people ruin themselves by their own stupid actions, and then they blame the Lord. So that's another reason too, and some other plethora of reasons. And idolatry of the gods, or things that they, or how they were brought up, different things. That's another reason too. But a lot of people really just disdain, like, and play and blaspheme his and it's crazy, man. It's more like, and then got realized too, like, that's why that self-examine before judgment also too is a two-edged sword. Examine thyself, man, because, like, gotta ask your life, man. Do you love him, man? Do I love him, man? Is my conduct, man, good? Like, is my mind right against my right? Not against. Is my mind right with him, man? Like, are we simpatico? Are we, like, is my life am I living the word? Am I doing this, man? So, I had to have a self-examination, man. Because I said it to say, man, because I was walking this day, and I was at the Penn bookstore, because I was getting ready to do work last night, and I seen a book, man, because I know there's a Bob Dylan movie coming out soon. I think Bob Dylan biopic, but I seen it was a book. I'm not sure if, like, who wrote it, who's the author, but it said Bob Dylan. It said a prophet without God, and I took a picture of it and I put it in the Discord app with the brother, and I read what's called. I'm about to get Isaiah 52:5, man, how his name is blasphemed every day. I was just like, oh my gosh, man, this is really crazy. I was like, oh man, people really do not like this. People really hate this man. I was just like, because it's like, it was one thing, like, it was still been like blasphemy. It's still been like, disrespectful had they said Bob Dylan the prophet, things of that nature. But they just had to put, like, without, like, without God, things of that nature. That's why even like like years ago when like was it 2012, that didn't sit right with me, man. Because like when Rick Ross put out that album, and I was watching, and one of the comedians like at the time I still like him, but I haven't followed this stuff. But a comedian named Ronzio Vance, he's from Carolina. I was listening to his podcast a lot. This is before I came aboard, but he mentioned in his podcast one time, he said, "Listen, man, you need to be thanking God that you alive, because a few months ago before he put the album out, I was like back in the fall or something, he had a stroke on an airplane. It's like, but you come out with an album." It was kind of like bold, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. Like God forgives, I don't. But that shows you that, hey, that just shows you. But I think Rico, I pray that he comes in the word, because I think he ran into IUIC one time. But hey, but that's up to. But most of the time too, here's another thing too. Shout out to Brother Sammy first one pointing this out. We gotta realize this too, like us in the word, like. The Most High in your house, are really not. They're not going to. A lot of times they might do, because this happened. I there has been some, but they really play the background. People that former like people that's been celebrities or been in different industries, like different athletes or musicians or like actors, and they have came in the word, came in the knowledge, but usually they play in the background. But a lot of times too, that's not going to happen, because what the Most High in your house, they're not going to get the esteem. So that's why he's not. He uses the basis of the earth. He uses the people he uses the basis of the earth, man, to give him the praise, honor, and glory, man. He's gonna that's what. Then it say that. Listen, that's what so much. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what pretty much that's what it is, man. He's gonna use those that's where that First Peter 5 and 6 come in. He'll exalt you in due time. He'll exalt the basis of the earth in due time. Might not be notable in this on this side, but on the other side you'll do that, man. But that's just what it is. But yeah, man, he's not going to use that. He's not going to use celebrity to get the word out. That's the thing is too with the whole Kanye and the whole Kyrie thing, man. Well, I understood it, especially for it, but it's then of course, a lot of times they're a lot of people aren't going to do that, man. A lot of people won't do what Yahushua did, leave his rich, all his riches he have, and just to come on here, or like Moses did, leave all the riches in Egypt and come and serve with his people, serve the Most High Yahushua and serve his people. A lot of people aren't going to do that, man, because a lot of times you have to leave that stuff, to do that, man. So, but sometimes, some people that did come in the word that were from that lifestyle, the Most High, and not saying too you can't, because look at Nicodemus, or look at Joseph, look at that you can have money and still worship the Lord. That's the thing too. That's what Sarai goes into. But that's neither here nor there, man. But like I was saying, man, that's just is what it is with that, man. A lot of people do not. I forgot what I was gonna say, man. A lot of people just don't like this, man. So let me get this Isaiah 52 real quick, man, because a lot of people do not like this, man. And not everybody loves him. Yeah, you gotta come with, and also too, that's where that wrong focus comes in, man. Because most time Yahweh, they worry on people that love me. You're not worried about, and that's why I'd say, listen, worry about the people that love me, man. Don't worry about the people that's what the thing is wrong with the the society now, the world too now, this current world now too. People focus on stuff that they don't like, rather than stuff they do like, man. Focus on people that love you, man. Why are you focusing on people that don't love you, or things that you don't like, man? Because I think it's the human mind. I'm not sure this even started in the garden, just naturally go into things that's naturally just get glean. Yeah, people. I was talking about this with somebody the other day. People just naturally go towards negativity. They might just naturally just go negative. Not everybody, but a lot of people just goes to the negative. Even me, a lot of times too. I got to kind of stop that. Let's focus on positive stuff. This negative stuff. Things that they don't like, or people remember more things they didn't like rather than things they did like, or experience a good experience rather bad experiences rather than they're good. So but some people life depend on how that happen. Their bad experiences and situations outweigh the good. But always looking. But DMX said one time, he's listen, that's the glory of the Lord. He can make a bad situation a good situation without changing the situation, man. You just gotta look at the good in it. He even said, listen, I had to feel roy up to be in my flesh right now, be in my feelings right now, or be upset right now, but still I'm looking in the good, or what the Most High House is teaching me in this thing. What good is in this, man? Lamentation, what the living man do but complain. What good can I get out of this? What lesson can I get out of this, man? Because honestly, that's just is what it is, man. So, yeah, let me grab this Isaiah 52 and 5 real quick. Yeah, man. People are habitual line steppers, man, too, with him, man. Habitual, in the words of the late Charlie Murphy, man. Because Isaiah 52:5, it says, "Now therefore I what I hear saith the Lord, that my people is taken away for naught. They that rule over them make them to howl, saith the Lord. My name continually every day is blasphemed." So yeah, and it really is, man. Because when I seen that Bob Dylan thing, I was like, really, man, a prophet without God, even had they called him a prophet, I was like, okay, whatever. That's still been disrespectful and blasphemous, but it's like they just had to add without God or without without the Most High. And I remember years ago when I was working with City, man, I heard this song, and the Most High, man, he's not like Ecclesiastes 8:11, man. That's what it is. People think because judgment is executed speedily, this is grabbing, man. I was listening to this. They had a radio on there when I was working for the city years ago, man. Ariana Grande had a song called "God's a Woman." And you don't think he's gonna see this place? You don't see the world about this stuff, man? Because like he said in Isaiah, listen, I've been in other places in Isaiah. Listen, I've been silent now. Now through my judgments, I'm going to I'm gonna make my name known, man. It's like he did in Egypt and other places too, man. That's just is what it is, man. So it is what it is, man. So that's why Sirach says that's his mercy, so is his judgments. And he's great in mercy, but also in judgment as well, man. Because Psalm says he's known for that, not Psalms 9. So it's like, all right, so. Yeah, man, because you really got a song called "God Is a Woman," things of that nature. But that's all because nothing new on the sun. What that Jeremiah 31:22. We are in divine feminine mother goddess worship time. So but he gonna this was. Let me get this Ecclesiastes 8:11. It says, and also this lines up with 2 Peter as well 3. It says, because it sends against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set to do them evil. So yeah, I have to remember this too, man. When I'm doing certain stuff, man, it's like, all right, they this, but then that's all right. Let's get this all right. So say not, because he will avenge thy pride. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach chapter 4 and 5 and verse 3 says, "And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely avenge thy pride. And say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is the long suffering, and he will not he will not know, and he will no wise let thee go." And that's what Sirach 16 says. Listen, it'll be a miracle if he lets a fool go. If he lets let's grab this too. Ecclesiastes also Sirach 16:11. If there be one sitting there among the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished. So mercy and wrath are with him, for he is mighty to forgive. He is, like I mentioned yesterday, his heart is bigger than ours. And his mercy is upon all flesh, but and to pour out displeasure. Yeah, he's mighty to pour out displeasure too. So yeah, man. So stop. I got me, man. I gotta stop playing the Most High Yahweh. I gotta stop doing certain things too. It's not. I'm not excluded from none of that too. I just actually start with yourself, because Jeremiah and Galatians, every man bury his own burden. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is too. So y'all, that's just is what it is. Y'all could think it's a game, like I said, it's not a game. Seriously. So yeah, man, because I remember even a few months ago, it was back in summertime. I was in Broad and Ollie. I was in Broad and Ollie. I was waiting for the I was sitting down with this guy to get out the bus, man. It was a Christian pastor, whatever. He was saying a lot of stuff, a lot of truth though. But he was doing the usual Christian and the all that stuff, the Christian pastors stuff, that type of stuff. But he was the street preaching, but he was saying a lot of truth. But it was a brother Jake on there, that was sitting next to me, man. He was on the phone, but even if he didn't want to hear, he could tune this out. But I was realized, a lot of people do not like this, man. He just got upset. He's like, yeah, man, I'm on the phone, man. You got this damn past this guy talking about this guy stuff, man. I was looking, I was like, yo, man, people really just don't like this man. I was like, yo, man, there's a lot of people, but it's various reasons. I get for why people believe it, but it's yo, man, people do not yeah, man, people really don't that's there's misconception too. Everybody loves it, everybody doesn't. But it is too, but as they said, whenever you're in position of power, people, everybody's not gonna like you, because isn't the Most High in your house have powers of powers, and people don't like them. So it is what it is, man. So that's what happens. Yeah, but not that but they don't even care. So how much we shouldn't even be focused on that. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is, man. But he was on the phone with so much disdain, man. But what it is too is a lot of people he's gonna be people in the word that don't love him, or don't like him, or and people out there. It is what it is. That's what that John 16 and 3. John 16 is about. Too. It says you know, it says these things that I have spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of synagogues. Yea, the time cometh, whosoever killeth you will think they do it your house service. And these things they will do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. So yeah, man. So this is what it is, man. So yeah, that's what yeah, man. So hopefully this is yeah, that's just, it was something else I want to touch on too. Gosh, it's slipping my mind though. Yeah, man, but that's just, it is what it is too, man. That's just a lot of times. Um, yeah, so we gotta make sure. Yeah. Let's get to John 15 though, because you gotta make sure, you know, that I love him, man. That we love him too by doing, you know. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get to John 15, that Proverbs 8. John 15 and no, John 14. I'm sorry, John 14 and you know, and 15. It says, if you love me, keep my commandments. So yeah, man, exactly, man. So that's just is what it is, man. That's if you love him, and like, you know. And let's get to Wisdom of Solomon 8, 6 and 18. There's a bunch of other places. Yeah, man. Let's Wisdom of Solomon 18. The weightier matters of the law, and also, of course, is the obedience of the law itself, man. We're not going to this stuff, because, you know, that Matthew 23, those commandments, the weightier matters, but, you know, also his commandments as well, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 and 6 and verse 18. And the love is keeping of her laws, and giving heed unto her laws is insurance of incorruption. So yeah, man, it is what it is. Let's get to Proverbs 8 and 17 to the point. Like I'm saying, how the Most High house shall just focus on the ones that he focus on people that love him. Don't worry about like people that don't care about you. You know, it is too, because honestly, yeah, here's the thing too, man. I was thinking about this last night. We a lot of times get, like, you know, like I always tell my students, man, like I always tell people this in general, man, a lot of times too, you only have real, like 2 or 3 actual real friends, man, or like, you know, people that, like, you know, that actually, like, you know, have your best interest, man. It's going to be fewer than most, because a lot of times too, we think it's going to be a lot of people, but it's not going to be a lot of people. That's even a natural tip, even with amongst people. But sometimes you might have people like that, but you know, a lot of times too, like, you know, going back to the, like, we just did about, like, the funerals, man. Like, listen, man, a lot of times too, it's like people like, Lord, man, look, like, you know, it's only a few people, like, you know, now it's just no people at your funeral. It's like, it's a cool thing, which I'm going to die alone. That's just more a testament. Sometimes people just lost people, or they don't have contact with loved ones like that. They lived in solitude, they live amongst like that. But sometimes who the person was, a lot of people's like, listen, I'm just not even gonna, like, you know, I'm just not going to deal with that. But, you know, me personally, I'm like to still pay my, just me personally, I still like pay my respect. But, you know, it is what it is. But a lot of people, like, you know, if he was that type of person, like that evil, wicked, vindictive, malicious person, yeah, a lot of people, like, yeah. And people don't show up, that's his testament to the person. But a lot of times too, man, listen, because a lot of times too, like, you know, going to the, like, the funeral thing, or what I'm about to say, like, you know, just like for a lot of people, listen, man, if 3 or 4 people show up, like, you know, when you pass away, that's a lot of people, man. Like, you know, spiritually, that's a lot of people, because they're people that have your best interests or actually care about you, man. That's because a lot of times too, we think, like, you know, quantity over quality, man. Like, no, if it's 3 solid people, man, because listen, 8 people got saved in the ark, man. So it's 3 quality solid people, man. That's just is what that love you. That's just is what it is, man. Like, you know, because that beats the quantity of people, man. Because a lot of times too, we think it's going to be a lot of people. No, listen, there's only a few people. That's fine. That's actually good, man. Because I remember DMX last concert in Philly. I always said this, always stuck with me. He said, "Listen, man." He said, "Listen, I had sex with a lot. I ain't gonna say what he said verbatim. I said I had sex with a lot of women. I did a lot of things, made a lot of money, but it's nothing being like in a room of people that, like, you know, that actually love you, man. That's that Romans 12 and 1-9, like, you know, that love without dissimulation. They actually generally love you, man. It's nothing like that, man. So, and that's what it is too, man. That's nothing, like, you know, it is what it is with that, man. So that's just like nothing." Yeah, man. So, and focus on those that do, man. Don't, like, you know, if it's a lot of you know, don't focus on people that don't, like, you know, that, hey, that's Iraq, like, you know, accept no person against us. So focus on people that do love you, or things that you do like, you know. No, don't focus on that other stuff, man. Like, you know. Like wow, the Most High house, they don't care. It says Proverbs 8:17. It says, "I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me." So yeah, man, this is what it is, man. So hopefully, it's edifying. Hopefully, the Most High house shall bless you brothers and sisters. Day, I got love for y'all, man. Yeah, hopefully all goes well with y'all, man. Listen, like the Most High house shall will guide y'all, man. If y'all going through a tough time, man, listen, it's for a betterment. A lot of times it's hard, easier said than done. Easier said than applied, but like not applied, but easier said. It's easier said, but it is what it is, man. So, yeah, man. So let's keep the faith in Most High house shine. Just be better than we were yesterday, man. So yeah. Anyway, so peace.